Hey everyone, I'm Lauren Parker, Premier with Perfectly Posh, and I'm here to share with you some of my favorite ways to book more Facebook events from my Facebook events. I run my entire business online, so a majority of my personal volume comes from these kinds of parties. So, one of my favorite tips that I always share with my team is during your Facebook events when you have guests who are asking questions, learning new information about Posh, and playing games, pay attention to those people who seem really engaged, the people who are commenting a lot, the people who seem really motivated to earn free Posh if you're giving away small prizes, or are genuinely interested in learning more about the products. Because these are the people who will make the best hostesses. Because those are two things you really need in a hostess. You want somebody who is going to be engaged in your Facebook event if she's the hostess, somebody who's going to be excited and interested in sharing what she knows about Posh with her guests. So I always have something in my Facebook events that gets them to participate, whether it's participation points or just a prize that they're aware of if the party qualifies at $200. You can find graphics with participation points systems on the graphics group or on your team pages, or if you can't find them in either place, you can always ask your leader. But what I do at the end of the event is announce that participation prize earner, and then I ask her to PM me her address. Even though most likely she's ordered and I can get it from that, I want to open up private communication with her that she initiates. So once I get that PM, I just say, great, congratulations, thanks so much for participating in this event and supporting your friend. Could you fill out this survey? And I give her a survey link that I made on Google Forms. So you can Google that and figure out how to make a little form. But basically, it's a survey that asks her preferences. It asks like scent preferences, what parts of her body she wants to pamper, different products she's interested in, any allergies. And at the very bottom, there are two options asking whether or not she is interested in hosting an event and asking whether or not she's interested in earning a permanent discount with Posh. So even if at the end of that survey request, she says, no, I don't want to party, and no, thank you, I'm not interested in learning about joining, that's still not the end. But if she says yes, obviously that opens up those channels for communication. If she says no, then usually I say something like, hey, I have an opening left in my calendar for next month, and you have all of the qualities of an amazing hostess. I think that we could earn you tons of free Posh if you wanted to have an event sometime next month. Can I get you on my calendar for next month and give some dates? And I always end with a question so that she's more likely to reply. And if she says no, then I let it go. I'm gracious, I'm kind. I still continue chatting with her. And then I do my follow ups after the event a couple weeks later to make sure she got her prize, make sure she liked everything she purchased, and just treat her like any other customer because I like to remember that no doesn't always mean no. It usually means not right now. But usually, when I ask this question point blank, even if they said outright that they weren't interested, they say yes when I ask them and tell them why I think that they would do well. A lot of people are afraid to host because they don't want to let the consultant down, and or they don't want to be embarrassed if nobody participates. So I often get questions at this point where they're like, what do I do if nobody comes? What do I do if I don't really get any sales? And I just let them know that's fine. Like we will try, we will put the effort in, we'll have a good time. If it's just the two of us hanging out, that's what it ends up being. There's nothing lost by hosting. And usually that comforts them and they book an event. So I have a lot of luck with that point blank asking. Also, if you have other people who didn't win the participation prize but were really engaged in the event, I will find a comment somewhere that that they were tagged on or that they commented on, and I will tag them and say, "Hey, check your messages." And that way, I know that they'll see them because I'm not friends with these people on Facebook usually. And then I message her and say, even though you didn't win the participation prize, you were so amazing during so and so's party. I would love to get you on my calendar to earn some free Posh yourself. You were really great. I think you'd make an amazing hostess. Could I get you on my calendar for December before it fills up? And then I usually put a little graphic that I have made about hostess rewards, and it just explains how they can earn perks on the different percentages, 6% under 199 and over 210% on all purchases. And then I also add on a few extra things that they can earn that come directly from me. But usually by throwing that on there, it's sort of like the icing on the cake. They maybe who have been thinking about hosting but just didn't want to speak up or were hesitant, and seeing all the stuff they can earn, often they will say yes, and I can get them on the calendar. Big key there is make sure you pick a date right there when you're talking to them. Once you both have it in your calendars, they're a lot less likely to change their mind or reschedule. Um, and a last tip that I'll give you is even a really slow party can still yield bookings. Two things that I like to do: I tell everyone at the end of the event what the hostess earned. And even if it's not very much, even if she did $100 and she didn't earn a lot in perks, I might give her a hostess gift. So I'll play up, she earned free Posh and she earned this from me for hosting, so that people are like, ooh, wow, I want that, and thank the hostess and brag on her and how great she was. So people want to be in that position. And then the second thing is ask your hostess if she knows anybody who she thinks would want to host their own Posh Spa. And I like to give them $5 to spend in any event that is booked during their party. So that sort of helps them encourage people to book, make it look easy, and it helps her sort of feel motivated to think of people she might want to refer to me to host an event. So happy Facebooking. I think that it's really, really easy and wonderful to be able to build the relationships with your hostess, build relationships with customers, make them feel comfortable, and build lots of bookings off of that. You can fill your calendar just by taking that step out of your comfort zone and just point blank asking people if they want to host and asking them if you can get them on your calendar. Have a good day.